Well, howdy there, Bronco fans. This is Shad. You're watching Bronco Planet, and we've done an upgrade here at the studios. We have Romi is on the set of Bronco Planet, a Denver Bronco cheerleader. How in the world we pull that off?
It's magic.
Magic. So happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here. I was wondering when I was driving here, I was like, why am I blindfolded and where am I going to end up?
Well, we do
so
that.
This is a pleasant surprise.
Not a bad place, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
Well, we're here to talk Denver Broncos. We're going to learn a little bit about your life, and let's start in with some Bronco football, because this ain't your ordinary cheerleader here, folks. We're talking talent, someone that not only looks good but knows the football game. So we're happy to have you on the set. Let's talk about the Broncos. We're rolling into the bye week. We're 6-0. Is all well as far as you're concerned with this Denver Bronco team?
Let me put it this way. I think all is more well than everyone in panic mode is making it out to be. Our defense is obviously the topic of the year. Unbelievable. The speed, the athleticism, and the depth, as we saw last week with DeMarcus Ware goes out, and then here comes Shaquille Barrett, gets a strip sack and a fumble recovery, and then Shane Ray goes out, and we're still okay. We're still just rocking in the defense once again. Wins the game. Aqib Talib with his pick six. And it's just, the stats are crazy. Like, sometimes you can just throw them out 11 players with 11 different sacks and 8 fumble recoveries just from 7 different players. And so it's wild. And then I know the offense is a little more shaky, but it's, I think it's the way I see it is like we're moving upward, and we haven't peaked yet. And I think that's important, because you don't want to peak in September. You don't want to peak in October. You want to peak in January. And our offense is like meshing a little more, running games a little more, right, every week. So I think by January, February, it'll be where it's supposed to be. I do think we have a lot of work at the run game. We have a lot of work in the O-line, and I think that's the big piece where they need to get reps. They've practiced together, I think, twice in the last 3 weeks, and that's huge because the O-line is all about that chemistry. And I feel like until they can get that chemistry, it's going to be hard for Peyton. It's going to be hard for the run game. Not to put it all on them, but, there's a lot of pieces in the offense that we need to fix. In the meantime, though, the defense is there to pick the offense up. And what I've noticed is the defense loves it. They kind of thrive off that.
Yeah, for once, they're like the center of attention, right?
And it's, the funny thing is, of all the undefeated teams, everyone else is definitely offensively strong. We've got Brady and the Patriots, and Rodgers and the Packers, and our favorite Ginger, who apparently has a soul with the Bengals. I always say Gingers have no soul, but he does. But so it'll be when we play them, and I feel like we're about to get into the meat and potatoes of our season. We're really going to see what it means when they say defense wins championships, if that rings true, because now we're starting to get to play those top quarterbacks, those top offenses against the top defense. I think it's tough, because I think that Peyton is clearly uncomfortable in this offense. So do we continue to struggle? Do we hope that it pans out by the end of the season? Or, do we let Peyton for 1 or maybe 2 more years just do it his way? And I understand from Kubiak's perspective wanting to continue to build a strong team. So focusing on just doing what Peyton does, well, that's not going to build a team for the future. But at the same time, for the right now, if we're looking at the championship right now, what's the best choice? And I feel like they really are working on a compromise, because they both want it. So that's good.
It's all right. Let's switch gears now. We don't get a cheerleader on the set too often. Never. So tell us a little bit about a day in the life of a cheerleader. We see you on the, looking all pretty. We see your little quick dance routine on the sidelines. You guys are cheering along. But what is the day in the life of a cheerleader on a Sunday?
Our Sundays are pretty rigorous. It's almost a 12-hour day. So if we have a 2:15, 2:25 kickoff, for example, we are there by 8:30, and then we have an hour and a half field rehearsal. So we're on the field practicing everything that we're going to do, and half the things we don't end up doing, but we have to have all the material just in case. And then we are off the field before the players get on, and then we get ready quickly, we have some lunch, and then we do promotional events all around the stadium. So there's cheerleaders in the club and at the team store, and sometimes at the Broncos sponsored tailgates, all around. And then we get back in, we have another 20 minutes to just get ourselves together. We have we call it circle. That's our little powwow. To get each other just
That's a good
centered
circle to be in.
Yeah, centered, ready to go. And then we say a little prayer, and then we are out at the game, and then we're there however long the game is. And what a lot of people think is, oh, like, you guys don't watch the game, right? But we do, and some of us, like me, who cannot miss any of it, well, actually, our palms are supposed to be down whenever there's a play. So I always kind of look up at the game clock.
Yeah.
When I see it getting down to like 5-4, I flip around. And so we get to see a majority of the game, which is really exciting.
And some pretty good seats, right?
I always
Standing
like to
up
say,
on the sideline.
best seats in the house. I mean, sometimes you're sitting there, all of a sudden 20 cameramen get like rushing by you, and you're like, I will look at the Jumbotron for this one. So you can't always see it. Sometimes if they're on the opposite end of the field. But for the most part, I mean, you hear every pop, crack, and whistle. So it's exciting.
Since you're on the set here, I thought maybe we'd take a shot at this. Bill Sports Collectibles, who's got the greatest sports memorabilia anywhere in Denver, has provided us an entry fee into a Fanduel competition, so you and I have a chance to win $1 million. You want to take a spin at that?
I would like that. I would really like that.
As you notice behind us, we got money falling everywhere. We're about to win $1 million right here. You're going to see our #1 picks here. So we're going to start off ladies first. I was raised, so let's let you pick a quarterback.
All right. I think we're going to have to go Phillip Rivers after his 500-plus yard game last week.
Great fantasy guy. I hate
having to pick someone. I know.
But been doing a fantastic job. So good pick there. I think let's rotate to running back. I'm going to go with the hottest hand in fantasy. I mean, we're going to feel silly if we don't have him. Freeman has been just unbelievable for Atlanta. And the Broncos saw a matchup that looked pretty good this last week against the 32nd ranked Broncos defense. Who do you think we should go with our other running back?
Definitely Todd Gurley, because he's been getting a lot more playing time anyway, and he's going against Cleveland, so that should be successful.
It is successful. It's even better when we're using Bill's money here, so that's fantastic.
It's always better when it's someone else's.
Defense, I can't believe this is even available. The Rams playing at home against Cleveland for $4,500. Are you kidding me? That must be a typo, but we're going to take advantage of that poor play by Fanduel. And we need a kicker. Who do you think we should rely on this week?
Well, everyone makes fun of me, but I'm all about the special teams. I have a special place in my heart for special teams, so let's go with Gostowski.
All right, going Patriots. They played the Jets, so they could stop them. They may have to kick a lot of field goals. Woo, tight end's rough. You got Jason Witten, who everybody loves, but he's got a new quarterback this week. That's going to raise questions. Ben Watson out of nowhere has like 8 receptions, just goes off last week. He's going against Indy. That's tempting, but you've been mentioning Greg Olsen, man. He's been Olsen, and when he's on, he's on.
I know. See, I think Gary Barnidge is great too, but not this week because he's going against St. Louis, in St. Louis. And Olsen, last week we saw him, he was basically Cam's only target out there. And they're playing Philly in Carolina, so I think that's
Is that what you want?
A good bet. Yeah.
She says that we do it here at Bronco Planet.
Name,
we're here to make you happy. That's why we get here every day. All right, we have to average middle of the pack on receivers, so we can go, I don't know. Let me try the first one. Every week, Brown scores a touchdown with Palmer, so that's easy money. Let's go with that one. I'm going to leave the next one up to you. What do you think?
I like it. I feel like John Brown's scoring more points fantasy-wise than Antonio Brown lately, so.
I know. Nobody missing Big Ben more than Antonio Brown, that's for sure.
Or me, because he's on my team. My other team.
Okay.
Let's see. This is tricky. Okay, who are we going to go? I think I'm going to take a risk here and go Rashard Matthews.
All right.
So they're playing in Miami, and he's been seeing some good numbers. They're playing against Houston. Could be risky, but
yes. Hey, if you can avoid J.J. Watt, you're in good shape there. And then it leaves us about 6,800 left for our final pick. And because Andrew Luck is back in the building, let's go with the little Moncrief, the deep threat. And we're getting calls already, people wanting to get part of this $1 million. We're going to deny those calls, and we're going to go ahead and put that entry in. Free money, baby. We're gonna go out. We're going to Vegas. We're going to Hawaii. We're running around. We're gonna even feed the homeless for a day.
Come with us. It'll be
Once
fun.
we get our $1 million. So hey, I want to thank you for coming on the set of
you for having
Bronco
me.
Planet, and we look forward. Hopefully later in the year, may convince you to come back and give us an update from the sidelines.
I'd be happy to come back anytime you want.
All right. Well, thanks, Bronco Planet. Enjoy the bye week.